Farmers in Doncaster are set for another surprise blockade of supermarket distribution centres this morning.
Yes, the planned disruption follows an earlier demonstration this month, which we also covered on GB News, where loaded lorries were barred from entering or leaving the premises.
Well, across it all is our Yorkshire and Humber reporter, Anna Riley. What's going on, Anna?
Good morning, Stephen and Ellie. Well, a large number of lorries are now backing up at this little distribution centre here in Doncaster. No lorries coming into the distribution centre or leaving. And that's because we've got this blockade of tractors behind us here that are stopping this. I'm joined by Sue Flower. She's a dairy farmer. Sue, just tell us what this blockade's all about today.
We are fed up of being shafted. We need some support from the supply chain, and we're appealing to the retailer to come and be that support and represent us as primary producers.
And how do you think they can do that, in particular as well with milk prices?
Well, the first thing is to start some dialogue, which has been lacking in the supply chain. The retailer and the processor have retained their margin and all the pressure has been put on the farm, and we've had 8p off our milk price, which equates to about 30,000 a month, which is a big difference because we're usually on break even or a little margin, but not that big a margin on an annual basis. So it's not there for us. It doesn't make us sustainable.
And it's this distribution centre that's been blocked, also a little one in Peterborough, a little one in Luton today as well. What are you hoping to get out of this? You know, do you think supermarkets will listen, and what message do you want to get to the public?
The message to the public is thank you for your support. Food security in Britain is crucial for national security. And I think a lot of people realise that. We get a lot of support from the general public, and we're eternally thankful for that. But the retailers need to come and start talking to us. We are left out in the cold. As individual farmers, we don't have a voice at the government table. And retailers have their big corporations, and they can sit at the table with the government, and they need to be that voice between them and us.
And in supermarkets as well, you're wanting better labelling, aren't you, as well?
Yes, it needs to be very clear. Point of origin. And imports need to be imported at the standard that we have to attain in the UK.
And there was a U-turn on inheritance tax, but, you know, you're still wanting it completely scrapped, aren't you?
Yes, not just for farming, for all people in all walks of life. This death tax, it needs scrapping totally. And we don't want to leave any farmers behind, and still some farmers will be hit very hard with the inheritance tax as it is today.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you for speaking to us here on GB News, and GB News as well being exclusively invited by the farmers this morning to cover this blockade. We'll be speaking to several more farmers throughout this morning.
There's nothing more important than keeping your money and your identity safe online. And with so many VPN options available, choosing the right one can be pretty daunting. But this video's sponsor, ExpressVPN, is making the choice easier for GB News viewers. ExpressVPN is offering up to 75% off, plus 4 extra months free. That's top-level security from just £2.49 a month, and you're covered by their 30-day money-back guarantee. So just click the link in this video's description or scan the QR code now. Remember, when you're online, you are often sharing personal data, so hackers can steal your information, your passwords, your photos, and your bank details in just seconds. But ExpressVPN encrypts your connection, making it virtually impossible for hackers to access your personal information. So why choose ExpressVPN? Well, it couldn't be easier to use. With just one click, you are protected. And ExpressVPN uses military-grade AES 256 encryption, which is the same standard trusted by the US government to guard their classified information. With their new tiered plans, you can protect up to 14 devices at once and manage passwords securely. Live chat support is available 24/7, and it typically connects you in under a minute with a real person. Click the link in this video's description or scan the QR code to get up to 75% off ExpressVPN, plus 4 months extra for free. Start protecting yourself today with ExpressVPN.
And people here, well, the farmers, they're certainly passionate. We've got signs here, support farmers, not Starmer here. You can see one of them. And let's hear from a farmer himself. This is Ian Lomas. Ian, you're a dairy farmer. Just tell us why you've turned out to do this blockade today.
It's out of frustration, really. Farming seems to be attacked from every angle at the moment. Government, pricing. For me personally, it's a dairy pricing, milk price is horrendous.
Yeah, just tell us about that. So what do you actually get at the end?
Well, since I think October, our milk price started to go down, and for February we'll lose roughly 14 pence a litre. It probably doesn't sound a lot if it's said like that, but considering we send around 1 million litres a year, that's going to equate back to about £10,500 a month. We don't make £10,500 a month, so that's got to come from somewhere.
And you're a fairly, small herd, small family business, a herd of 150. But what are the pressures on you, and what is it like mentally and physically?
It's really tough. It's really tough because all we're trying to do is feed the nation, keep the family business going, hopefully pass it on to the next generation, but everything's stacked against us.
You feel it's just tax after tax after tax?
Yeah, it's all taxed, and then brings you on to the inheritance tax, which in my mind is wrong for everyone, not just farmers. There shouldn't be an inheritance tax. We're taxed all the way through life on everything we do, and any businesses that are trying to get going or keep going are going to generate revenue and income tax and all the taxes for the government anyway. So why penalise them?
And how much support do you think there is for the farmers? I mean, some little staff here have brought out biscuits and water for you, but what about them and the public as well? Public
support has been fantastic. We can't thank them enough. But we just need that to translate into pressure on the government and to supermarkets and other buyers to give us a fair deal.
Thank you so much, Ian. Thank you for joining us here on GB News, and the farmers as well, having us exclusively here to cover this blockade, and we'll be speaking to more farmers throughout the morning, Stephen and Ellie.
OK, Anna, thank you so much for bringing that to us. And so nice as well to hear the support that the farmers are getting there. Got people from Lidl coming out and giving them biscuits and water. And then the public as well, tooting their horn in support.
I bet the people working there have got as much sympathy, but everyone's got their job to do. But there is a lot of sympathy.
Yeah.
No two ways about it.
Yeah, there is. Anyway, let us know what you think on that one, gbnews.com/yoursay.